Alright guys, Drum will be here for that final game of the season for the Detroit Lions, and we're taking on those Green Bay Packers at home. Yeah, we got them earlier this year, in Lambeau, primetime game. Lions had a good first half, but they kind of proceeded to blow us out in that second half. We didn't do much of anything on offense. This week, I really don't know as far as who's going to play in this game. Like Jared Goff, I know he's off of the COVID protocol, but, he's has that lingering knee, so I don't think we're going to see him in this final game. Swell is on the COVID list. We've got another couple guys on the COVID list. A couple guys coming back, so I'm not really sure as who's playing and who's not playing in this game. And then on the flip side, Green Bay not only locked up the division, they've locked up the first seed, their playoff spot, so I expect they'll have their starters in for a little bit, because they got the bye, so you don't want to be too rusty going into the playoffs. So as far as who's going to be playing, I think we're going to see at least Green Bay starters for at least a half and maybe at least a drive in the second half, so that could be a factor in how this game plays out. But I think for the Lions in this game, you just kind of want to evaluate what you have on the roster because, with the end of the season just right around the corner, you want to see what you have and what adjustments and what kind of players who's coming back and who you're going to replace and what you can look to into the draft, like what needs to improve. I mean, we saw a lot of that these past couple weeks, and I think this last game will be another big indication of what they'll do in the draft. I mean, there's a lot of the needs the Lions have, but as far as how game plays out, I think they'll still, the Lions are still going to want to try and run the football. I think Swift, he'll have more carries than he did last week, his first game back after being injured and, for those couple weeks. We'll see how many carries he gets this week. And as far as our receivers are concerned, I think we've seen some promise from this unit, especially with St. Brown. I didn't expect him, to really start going off like he has at the back end of this season. So he's showing some great promise, and we'll get Cephas back next year. And then on the flip side with the Green Bay Packers, like I said, I'm not really sure how many guys are going to be starting. I'm not sure if they're going to have Jones in. I don't know how long Devontae's going to play. Like I said, with Rodgers, same deal, maybe a half, and he's got his whole toe thing, so he'll probably want to rest that up, so maybe a half. But ultimately, with all the question marks, and I'm not sure how long each team's going to play, and just from what I've seen, I'm still going to have to take the Green Bay Packers here. I think the Lions will make it interesting. Maybe they make it make it close at the end, especially if Green Bay puts out their starters. But this Green Bay team they're just better than this Lions team right now, especially with the injuries and all that stuff. Even at full health, we saw what happened earlier in the season, and even with the Lions being at home, I just don't see this as one they're going to win. But it's not about, at this point, it's not about wins. It's about looking towards the draft for the Lions. And even the Packers, it's not really, winning this game does nothing for them. Like I said, they've already wrapped up the first round bye. They've got the top seed. And the Lions really can't change draft spots unless they lose. And, the Jags miraculously win, which I don't see happening against the Colts. I think the Colts will win that game. So I think the Lions are pretty much locked in for that second pick. So win or lose, it doesn't really do anything for either team. So I think you're just going to see guys out there and go have fun. And, from the Lions side, you can really see what we need to do in the draft, because there's a lot of directions this team can go in. As far as the D-line, we need get some guys, defensive end, maybe a DT, and definitely some guys in the secondary, and definitely some playmakers on offense, especially at the wide receiver. I think we still need to get a speed guy or a big guy who can really help out in the red zone. You got Hawkinson in there too, but a guy who's got a little bit more speed, like a burner who can take the top off of defenses, make them play a little bit more honest. And then couple them with our run game, and we got something good going. And then quarterback, we'll see what happens there. I don't know how the prospects look. I think the Lions, you got those first round picks, so you could always go. You don't have to go quarterback this year. You can always go quarterback the next year because they have so many needs. So there's a lot of things they could do with this draft. But yeah, as far as how I see this game playing out, I got Green Bay Packers. Lions fans, Green Bay Packer fans, let me know your thoughts, how you see this going. Good luck to you guys, Packers in the playoffs after this game, and go Lions, and I'll see you guys next time.